Introduction. Hello everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today, we're going to explore the incredible life story of one of the greatest scientists in human history, Sir Isaac Newton ***. From a quiet and curious child growing up in rural England to becoming the man who revolutionized our understanding of gravity, motion, and the universe, Newton's journey is a remarkable story of intelligence, determination, and groundbreaking discoveries. His ideas transformed science forever and continue to shape the modern world even today. So, let's dive into the fascinating biography of Sir Isaac Newton and discover how one man's curiosity changed the course of history. His name was Sir Isaac Newton, a mathematician, physicist, astronomer, inventor, and philosopher whose discoveries laid the foundation of modern science. His work continues to influence our daily lives even after more than 300 years. But Newton's journey wasn't easy. He was born into poverty, lost his father before birth, grew up lonely, and struggled with many hardships. Yet through determination, curiosity, and countless hours of study, he became one of the greatest scientists in human history. This is the complete story of Sir Isaac Newton, the man who changed the world forever. Early life. Sir Isaac Newton was born on January 4th, 1643 in the small village of Woolsthorpe Manor. His father, also named Isaac Newton, had died 3 months before his birth. Newton was born prematurely and was so tiny that people believed he would not survive. When Newton was only 3 years old, his mother remarried and moved away, leaving him to be raised by his grandmother. Growing up without both parents made Newton a quiet, lonely child. Instead of playing with other children, he spent hours making mechanical toys, windmills, water clocks, and drawings. Even as a child, people noticed he was different. School years. Newton attended the King's School in Grantham. At first, he wasn't the best student. However, after another boy challenged and bullied him, Newton became determined to be the smartest student in the school. He studied day and night until he ranked first in his class. This determination would become one of the defining traits of his life. University education. In 1661, Newton entered University of Cambridge, specifically Trinity College, Cambridge. Cambridge. He studied mathematics, philosophy, astronomy, and physics. He spent countless nights reading books by great thinkers and conducting his own experiments. Unlike many students, Newton didn't simply memorize information. He questioned everything. He wanted to understand how the universe truly worked. The Great Plague and the Apple Story. In 1665, a terrible outbreak of the Great Plague of London forced Cambridge University to close. Newton returned home to Woolsthorpe Manor. Although many people considered this a setback, it became the most productive period of his life. During these 2 years, he made discoveries that changed science forever. One day, while sitting in the garden, Newton saw an apple fall from a tree. He didn't invent gravity by seeing the apple. Instead, he asked a simple but brilliant question. Why do apples always fall downward? Why don't they fly sideways or upward? This question eventually led him to develop the theory of gravity, the discovery of gravity. Newton realized that the same invisible force pulling an apple toward Earth also keeps the moon orbiting Earth and the planets moving around the sun. He called this force gravity. He explained that every object in the universe attracts every other object. The larger the object, the stronger its gravitational pull. This revolutionary idea changed astronomy and physics forever. Today, everything from satellite launches to space exploration depends on Newton's understanding of gravity. The 3 laws of motion. Newton didn't stop with gravity. He introduced the famous 3 laws of motion. First law: an object remains at rest or continues moving in a straight line unless acted upon by an external force. Second law. These 3 laws became the foundation of classical physics and are still taught in schools and universities around the world. Discovering the secrets of light. Newton was fascinated by light. Using a glass prism, he discovered that white sunlight is actually made up of many different colors. When sunlight passes through a prism, it separates into the colors of the rainbow. Before Newton, many scientists believed prisms created colors. Newton proved that the colors already existed inside white light. This discovery completely changed the field of optics. Inventing the reflecting telescope. Newton also invented the first practical reflecting telescope. Instead of using large glass lenses, his telescope used mirrors. This design produced clearer images and reduced distortion. Modern space telescopes, including many of today's observatories, still use the same basic principle, writing the greatest science book. In 1687, Newton published his masterpiece, Philosophiae Naturalis Principia Mathematica. Often simply called Principia, it explained gravity, motion, and planetary movement using mathematics. Many historians consider it the greatest scientific book ever written. It completely transformed physics and inspired generations of scientists. Master of the Royal Mint later in life, Newton became the head of the Royal Mint. He fought against counterfeit money and introduced important reforms that strengthened England's currency. He approached this job with the same seriousness and precision that he brought to science. Knighthood in 1705, Newton received one of Britain's highest honors. Queen Anne officially knighted him from that day forward. He became known as Sir Isaac Newton ***. This recognized not only his scientific achievements but also his service to the nation. Personal life: Newton never married and had no children. He devoted nearly all his time to studying mathematics, science, astronomy, philosophy, and theology. He was known as a quiet, private, and deeply thoughtful man. Sometimes he became so focused on his work that he forgot to eat or sleep. His dedication to knowledge was extraordinary. Death: Sir Isaac Newton passed away on March 31st, 1727 at the age of 84. His story reminds us that one curious mind can reshape the world. Thanks for watching, ***.